microphone, please.
Hi, everybody. I've never been mother to the groom before. And discovering it's a lot of fun. Daniel Benjamin, nursing one, and Cara, welcome. I'm so excited to have you as my new daughter-in-law, and as my parents would say, my new daughter-in-love. That's what they always say about their in-laws, and I welcome you to our Wang family and also our family, Wang family. I've so enjoyed getting to know Cara over the last couple of years, as the two of them have visited us in Gloucester, and we've seen them in St Andrews, in Thursday. It's been brilliant getting to know Guy and Jennifer. We met them first 2 years ago when we came up. Stayed with them, arrived at 11 o'clock at night, never met them before, and it was amazing. I think I knew then this might happen. I'm not going to be too long, okay? So, Mr. and Mrs. Wang, Jr., over there. As you know, I have enjoyed putting the photo displays together, which you can see. There's one over here, which is the family tree, and you might take some time to look at that later. And the one out in the entrance hall, which is called Ben and Cara. And I'm just going to let you flick, we're just going to flick through the photos of it, and I'll show you a little bit, so I can add a few verbal captions to photos that you can see. And I'm just going to finish with something about our surname that you need to know. Okay, so. Aha, there they are. So, Cara sent me some photos and I tried to find matching photos. So I thought that'd be cute. So there they are, 3 months old. Benjamin was born in Portsmouth in 1999. We had been in China for just 1 year, and we came back to have Benjamin in Portsmouth, which were my parents. And there he is. But actually, that picture is taken back in China because he was on a plane at 5 weeks old. And we returned to Tianjin, near Beijing in China, and we had a 100 days old party that me and Nana were at, and that was on his first birthday, by which time we had moved to West China, to the province of Qinghai. So we in Qinghai. Okay, so I was going to have a map. I'm sorry, I forgot the map. But mostly, like West China, a lot less developed than East China. But we were in a city of Xining, and that was where he got his bunny hat from. Matching his bunny hat. I did think Carl was cute. So, he loved anything, Bob the Builder as well, but I couldn't put all the photos on. Okay. 3 to 4 years old. We moved out to the Tibetan town of Tongren. It was a Tibetan town with a mixture of Tibetan Muslims, Hui Muslims and Chinese. And this picture of Cara is the cutest Cara, in the opinion of Kezi and Olivia. And this is Ben collecting the coal. I had to decide between the one where he was cutting it up and collecting it. But he was the coal collector. And then, when he was 5 years old, next one, or 4 years old, okay, so this is him in his Tibetan dress, on the little swing in the ping pong that we lived in. And he went to kindergarten in this town, and started his schooling really all in Chinese, right? But then we came home for a year, and so he actually started school, year 1, in Christchurch in Ware, in Hertfordshire. And that's him on his first day. And that's Cara on her first day in Thursday, right? And then when he was 6, Kessie was born, and she was born in the UK. And there's Cara and Brianna eating donuts, right? Okay. And then they were getting musical. Well, we were in Thailand on these trips. We would go to Thailand once a year for conferences, and that's us on the boat. And then Ben started learning keyboard. Well, we moved so much, we couldn't have a piano at that stage. So we had a keyboard, which was full size but not very weighted. So it wasn't the greatest for learning. But there's Gordon's amazing musical family. It's like overawed a bit. But yeah. And then, again, back in Thailand, the snake picture. Which actually went down his t-shirt and out his shorts as well, but I didn't want to show that one. And Cara, I'm not sure what that was. Was that placing across?
Yeah, St. Ninian's cave in Dumfries. Yeah.
Oh.
It's Saint's cave. Lots of people make crosses.
Yeah, that's really nice. Okay, and then at 10, we had to move back to East China. We actually went to Ian and O's hometown and lived in Weihai in East China for a year and a half, where we took Ben on his first fishing trip. And he came back with his fish, which we were all astounded by. And there's Cara serving food, I think, or eating food. And then there's Cara, double basing. Well, Ben was busy back in our Tibetan town eating yam ro, which is Tibetan-style lamb ribs, right? You cut it off with a knife, lovely stuff, and very fresh, off the, plateau, right? Next one, 12, very significant birthday, because Daniel became Benjamin on his 12th birthday. His name is Daniel Benjamin Wang, and he always said, I want to be called Benjamin. And so, on his 12th birthday, he said, I'm going to try it. We were in the middle of moving, and we were in Singapore, hi Singapore Wangs, and we were at their house, and he said, I'm going to try it, and we were moving house, and it stuck. And so ever since his 12th birthday, he's been known as Benji Benjamin. Thank you, wider family, for taking that on. So Benji, at 12. And then we went back to China, West China, but we were then in the city of Chengdu, which is a very big 11 million people city, and we attended an international school from then on. And this is his first successes at the international school. And that is Cara and Dad at a wedding. Thank you.
Janice, you got your shoes on.
Okay. And then we have computer science starting. Actually, Ben's computer science days started when we were in East China. I was homeschooling for 2 years, and he basically got this whole raft of books and he worked through them himself. It had nothing to do with it at all. But there he is on his computer, 14. Then in 15, we used to travel back to Qinghai and visit our friends over there, the Tibetans. This is the Tibetan grasslands. Then we have another conference one where we're in Thailand with all the siblings. Lydia is there now. And then we have, when you're 17, I have a picture. This is their baptism. So Cara was baptised in the Penland Fair, is it called? Yeah. And I saw your mum and dad baptise you. So fun. We were in London with all the grandparents were there. It was a very special day actually for Stephen's mum and dad. But it was Ben's baptism there in the Chinese church in London. This is also 17. I think actually we might be 18 here. He was the Tin Man in The Wizard of Oz. Yeah, and that's Ben, and yeah, always loved beautiful spots. We've lived in cities, we've lived in the middle of nowhere country, by the sea, we've lived in so many different places. But Ben has always loved beautiful spots, and I think when I understood where Thursday was, and to kind of realise where Cara was from and where she's grown up, and like it's so funny because it's actually quite like the remoteness of where we were in Qinghai when he was a kid, and I know you guys are going to love like just being out there in the countryside and like walking together, and yeah. So you both have such a love for the outdoors. Yeah. So this is some of the friends, the guinea girls, as they're known as, sitting on the table over there. And some of Ben's friends from CBIS, the school he was at. Some of those guys would have been here today if it wasn't for COVID. And the next one is Cara in Guinea. And there's Ben with his Malawian chicken. So I think they were both there when, I know Ben was in Malawi when James and Belinda got married, so he wasn't at your wedding. Yes. And that's a 19-year-old picture with the siblings and the families. We're nearly there. Good. And these two getting to know each other. I think you were dating by then, really, Cara? You said me always. And then I have the happy picture. So there came the day when Ben, he'd started dating Cara, but that particular, I was like, another girl, okay. But there was a very funny day when we started getting these photos through. And it came on our little family chat, the 5, 6 of us. And we all were like going, we have never seen Ben look so happy in his life. Like, see that smile that he's got on there? He doesn't do that. He's always like, he had a couple of girlfriends, and we had this one very funny photo with 2 of his previous girlfriends either side of him. And they're both like, he's in the middle of them going, I'm not putting it up here, but anyway, this is Ben, very, very happy. And that was, I think, a few months before we got engaged. So, welcome to the Wang family, Cara. I'm so excited. But I do want to pass on to you something that we learned at our wedding. Stephen and I have been married 25 years this year. And we were married in London, and a lovely friend, Chris Coleman, spoke at our wedding, and he spoke around our surname, W-A-N-G, and basically W he used, and he said to us, "Oh, you're married, you need to watch out." Oh, sorry, what was I going to do? Watch out. Okay, watch out for each other and for your marriage. For each other, make sure the other one is fully developing into the person God has designed you to be. Work out what it means for both of you to be who you're meant to be. And do that for each other. And watch out for your marriage. Always take time for special dates and celebrations. And with all the serving that I know you guys are so good at, all the serving in church and work, do take time out for yourselves and your marriage. And just watch out for each other, okay? Number A was adore. Adore each other. Love each other. Be kind to each other. Dote on each other. Find out what makes the other one happy. And then a bit of artistic license for N. Kneel. Kneel before God together. Start the day reading a devotion together. Pray for yourselves, pray for others. Don't ever give up praying together. And ask God to lead you and show you who and which situations to pray for and get involved with. And just always be praying together and on your own side together. And of course, G is for God. Yeah, God is the only person who comes between you. No one else can take that spot. But if you keep seeking to put God in the centre of your lives every day of the week, He will grow you together, guide you together, and fill your marriage with His love and blessing. We're looking forward to seeing what He's going to do and where He's going to lead you and take you and what He has for you. So, congratulations. We love you. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, well, now we're ready for our dessert.